if you have to ask, not only do you not know, but you're not going to be willing to accept the answer. Let me repeat that. And quite frankly, I could repeat it for the whole video, because that's what I'm saying here. If you have to ask, not only do you not know, but you're not going to be willing to accept the answer. In all my years of tennis teaching, people were looking to how to find me wrong. They weren't looking to accept what I'm going to say. They wanted to prove me wrong. It's the same thing in the Kabbalah stuff. I'm not telling you like opinion. I'm telling you level. This is my level. This is not like debatable here. That's what makes me a Kabbalist. In the old books, they used to say, a Kabbalist is someone who doesn't have any questions. He's ready to receive. You see? So, if you have to ask, you're not receiving. And if you ask, then you're probably not going to accept the answer. Let me just say a few words here. Because, as you know, I'm in what I call the ion. I'm in the negative space. I'm in the nothing. As I've told you before, I'm already dead. And so I've been reading, I look around in the Zohar. And in the Zohar, there are two levels. There's in Kabbalah, there are two levels. There's Erich Anpin. It's like the long face, the long nose. So that's how Jews have been known throughout the Erich Anpin. Long nose, slow to anger. And then there's Zia Anpin, small nose. So the one's the long nose, and then the small nose. And I think I've told you, when I was 17 years old, I had a nose job. So in a certain weird sense, I went from Erich Anpin to Zia Anpin. I never thought of that. A little Kabbalah humor. Erich, in itself, and sometimes it's called Erich, is Aleph, Resh, Yud, final Kaf. If you do the gematria of that, that comes out to be 231, which is the spelling of the Aleph, 111, and the Samek, 120, which together go to Aleph Samek, which is Ein Sof, or reversed, Sitra Akra. But if you use a final Kaf as 500, then the Aleph is 1, the Resh is 200, the Yud is 10, and the final Kaf 500, that's 711, and that is Ayin. Aleph, Yud, final Nun. That's 711. Now that 711 is Ayin. And that's the name of like Ein Sof and Ayin. See, of up those at the higher realms, how one should aspire to that, into the meditative realms of nothingness and just receptibility, of spontaneity and naturalness. Sahaj. Sahaj Samadhi. Look that one up. And so that's the aim. So when people say to you about the negation, or they say about the nothingness, and they don't like that. Sure, they don't like it. They're not in it. They're down here paying restaurant bills and, ordering Chateaubriand. So they're not around for the aim. And then the other word for Zaire Ampin, that's the name of Yud Kei Vav Kei. Yud Hey Vav Hey. And that's the name from Tiferet. And that's our world. Yud Hey Vav Hey is the world that we're living in. And that's the name of the world we're living in. But there's a level of negative theology and ion and psychic space that, yes, the body can go to if they get into Eric Anpin, into Eric. And you think you can do that? I think the person can do it just by closing his eyes, meditating on nothingness, not even breathing, or I did some videos that told people to stick their tongue in the roof or fold it back. Don't. Because unless you're accustomed or understand that practice, don't. Just sit there with your eyes closed. All of a sudden, because you're living in a world that's been marketing you, you'll start breathing through your nose. You might be even counting your breaths. For me today, when I closed my eyes, I went back to a seed foundation of the letters. The letters are up there even higher than the words, and the words come down, the letters come down and form words in this Zeir Anpin world. And above there's letters only. Which is higher? It's up to you. Maybe the physical world is higher. Because it's a combination of these letters. It made a pen. Whoa! Those letters up there, a P, an E, and an N have come together into a pen. Whoa! Don't tell me that's not high stuff. But up at the highest realms, or what we call the highest realms, but if there's a reverse tree of life, it'll be the lowest realms. So people, like meditators who think they're in, space, maybe that's not highest. Maybe the highest world is the physical world. It's up to you. It's up to your level of existence. It's up to your direction. It's up to your age also. Always remember, I'm a real wise guy here, 70s. Not 70, not the years 70, I'm 72. Going to be 72. So I'm a real wise guy because I've been studying for 50 years. Ooh. I'd like to have this when I'm 15. It was there. I've had the same body all these years. I had the same potential to grow. Didn't. Blocked. Blocked by physicality, blocked by desire, whatever it is, but the opportunity was there. So I'm a big shot now, but remember, 72. So on the way out. See? So I tell everybody, drop it. You know how you are in the Wild West? The guy pulls a gun and he says, drop it. Drop it. In my opinion, get out. They're only marketing you, manipulating you anyway. How much sugar? Do you know that I buy sugar? You know, big 4-pound, 10-pound sugar? Putting that sugar in my body? I wouldn't do that if I wasn't programmed for it. 30 years ago, I used to drink Coca-Cola, well, not 30, even 20 years ago. Coca-Cola every meal. I thought that was a natural drink. I didn't know that you could have a meal and not have a Coca-Cola. I wondered what people drank, if not Coca-Cola. And then I found out PepsiCo. All the Kabbalah humor. Oh my. It's because I'm close my eyes to see what's there. Hear that one? Another little humorous. I close my eyes to see what's there. It can only be seen with the eyes closed. I close my eyes to see what's there. Maybe write a song with that one. I like that. I'm going to name this. I close my eyes to see what's there. And that's a meditative thing. Going into yourself. And that's lech lecha. Go to yourself. Lech lecha. And also get thee out. And so when you go out from this environment, where do you go? You go to yourself. And you're walking and carrying yourself with you at all times. So do you need a book? Close your eyes and you got the book. Ever try to feel your kidney? You'll feel your kidney when you have kidney stones. Otherwise, you don't usually feel your kidney. People don't know what their inner organs feel like. Well, start in. You know? Feel the different, this is a big Kabbalistic deal, by the way. Feel the different pulses in your wrist. You should look that up, by the way. The difference in, computer. Different kinds of pulses in your wrist. Remember we talked about or I suggested that you look at the forehead, see if you can see any letters of the Hebrew alphabet in the forehead. These are great mystical things in the potential of the human being. These are great mystical things and the potential of the human being. As you know, I always feel that we're ruined in secular school. You'd be ruined just as much in a Talmudic school. It's the idea of classes and somebody telling you what to do and a book showing you the laws when you have everything within you. And if you can't perceive that within you, you're not going to find it in the book. And so it brings it back to the first sentence I said to you today. If you have to ask, then not only do you not know, but you won't be willing to accept the answer. There's a silent speech. much higher than what you're hearing now. That silent speech comes from within you.